Picnic, part 3. I should say the third video of the day since I'm driving around. We're on I-26 heading eastbound, which is really technically south, heading toward the city of Charleston. I don't have a lot of subscribers, so most of my requests come word of mouth or phone calls or text, and the biggest one has been, can you go through downtown? I want to see the big houses by the water. Inside joke there, that's what a lot of tourists used to ask when I was a cop, how do I get to the big houses by the water? We'd give them these directions. We're on I-26. I-26 pretty much is coming to an end. Matter of fact, you can see it right here, south down to 17, Savannah, or to our left, which will put us on Meeting Street. My plan is to go to the left, hit Meeting Street, the big houses by the water, around the Battery, Broad Street, and back down King Street. This may be a fairly long video. That's why I started kind of late. I'm kind of rushed right now. Because if I do all this in one segment, it's going to be 20 minutes long easily. And I don't want people to get bored. So, we're off of I-26. Why? Because I-26 just ended. This is its terminus. If you say its start is up in the upstate, Spartanburg, Asheville, Hendersonville area. We are turning right onto Meeting Street. And there is a method to my madness for being down here today. Number one, it's a overcast, cold, cloudy Tuesday, so I figured traffic wouldn't be that bad. But like anything in South Carolina, as you can see ahead of me, I was wrong. The other reason I came down today, I have a full tank of gas. Yay, $50, ouch. And the lighting is nice. So there's no real sun glare because of the overcast. I won't point out the different states. This guy almost, this guy to my left is lost. North Carolina tags. I can tell he does not know where he's going. So I'm really watching out for him. If it seems that I'm driving funky, call that defensive driving. And trust me, if you ever come to downtown Charleston, you are going to need to practice some extreme defensive driving. The reason I say that, number one, a lot of roads are one way, and a lot of people are lost. I know I said that when I talked about the airport area and the convention center and Coliseum. Double that for this area. You have a lot of people that don't know where they are, and they will do some screwy things to get to where they think they have to be. One of my examples is right here, because all these roads, this lane to my right is a turn-only lane. I guarantee you these people don't know that, and they will try to jump out in front of you because they don't want to turn right. You didn't see it, but the two cars, that's exactly what they did. So, one of our intersections, if you remember the video that we did on the James Island Connector, and I said if we stayed on the James Island Connector, we would end up on Calhoun Street. Well, dead ahead, you can see Calhoun Street. Calhoun bisects the upper part of Charleston from the Ashley River to the Cooper. I say it in a lot of my videos, and I'll say it in this one. That's why Charleston is so famous. It's where the Ashley River and the Cooper River meet to form the Atlantic Ocean. A little bit of Charlestonian ego there. And we are mobile again. Off here to the right, Burns Alley, my favorite bar in Charleston. You have to go down a dark alley to find it, turn on an even darker alley, and then go down a third dark alley. But it's worth it. We're still on Meeting Street. We're still heading toward the Battery. And I will just stay on it as long as I can keep narrating. Actually, you know what? I may not. I just changed my mind. Surprise, surprise. I will turn left onto Market Street. And Market is kind of downtown's tourist central. I guess you could compare it to the French Quarter in New Orleans. That would be Market Street, downtown Charleston. I know we have a green light here. Oh, that was a taxi, so they were just finding where they were doing their pickup. I thought it was somebody lost. I was wrong. Okay, left onto Market. This is Meeting Street and Market Street. Probably the busiest tourist street in downtown Charleston, where everything happens. The market over here was always claimed to have been a slave market. It was not a slave market. Slaves were not sold on Market Street. They were sold directly on the waterfront. So a little bit of history misnomer there. To the left, you see Market Street, as it's been for years and years and years and years. And to the right, some, upscale, nice shops. I actually kind of like a lot of these shops over here to the right. That's the problem with a lot of touristy stuff. It's good. You get great items, and the food is really good. Down here to the right on Church is Tommy Condon's, my favorite Irish bar. With live music, Dave Barry, I'm going to give you a shout out. I know, our roads should not be this bad, but flooding in Charleston is incredible and has been since the founding of Charleston, and yeah, they're not that good. Okay, so East Bay Street. We're turning right onto East Bay Street. I'm going to let this happy family cross the road. Because I'm in no real hurry. Hopefully you're not either. And here we'll turn onto East Bay. East Bay is kind of the closest road to the waterfront, which is right over there. You'll notice that a lot of the roads to my left between the waterfront of the Cooper River and East Bay are paved in either brick or cobblestone. Reason being, number one, that's all fill. That did not exist back in the sailing ship days. And the roads, this is kind of interesting. A lot of the roads being brick or cobblestone is because the ships coming into Charleston at the time were coming in, they were coming from England or Spain or wherever they were coming from on the other side of the pond to Charleston unloaded. It was more valuable for them to take stuff back there than it was to bring stuff here. So they would ballast down with bricks and rocks and anything else they could find to add weight to the ship They would need to unload it before they brought goods aboard, and hence a lot of these roads being brick or cobblestone. That was the ballast from a lot of the old sailing ships. We're coming up to a major intersection now. This is Broad Street. Still on East Bay and Broad. Heading toward the Battery. The world famous Rainbow Row. I'm going to turn the camera to the right, and I'm going to go a little bit slow so you can see Rainbow Row. Tons and tons of pictures painted about Rainbow Row. And it's pretty cool, actually. And I'm turning back to center the camera. So the world famous Battery and White Park over here. The first shots of the Civil War. I will get out. I will do a little bit of work with the Osmo Pocket. We'll do a real quick Battery walk. Nothing too intense, because again, this video is already going to be long. And besides, it's chilly out. I know all my northern friends are going, chilly? You don't know the meaning of chilly. And unfortunately, you're right. I've been acclimated to Charleston. Right, we're looking down the Battery. The bridge you see crossing over there is the Highway 30, or the James Island Connector Bridge. We discussed that before. And way out there, I don't even know if you can see it, is Fort Sumter. So yes, the first shots of the Civil War occurred here. The Confederates held White Point Garden and the Battery. The Union was still occupying Fort Sumter way out there. And the cannon over here shot at the fort way out there, and somehow hit it. Still amazes me. And we'll continue our walk. And I almost forgot to mention, you can see the USS Yorktown over there, Patriots Point, Mount Pleasant. We're going to go down these stairs here. And cross the road into White Point Gardens. Look at these houses. Let's see if I can scroll up so you can see a house. There you go. All right, White Point Gardens. These cannon, by the way, are not original cannon that fired on Fort Sumter. But it certainly gives you a good idea of what they would have looked like. And with that, you can see the FJ way up there. I have a feeling that this video is going to cut into 2 separate videos, possibly more. First one being just meeting street to Market to the Battery, and walking through the Battery and White Point Garden.